Welcome to StoryForge Adventures, where only creativity can save you.
Welcome, everyone, to StoryForge Adventures, the first episode of our long-form tabletop RPG storytelling adventure. If you didn't watch the last episode or slash the first episode, our team left off at the end of New Fiction City. They had defeated the book burner. They believed themselves victorious, and that was when they discovered that that was only the tip of the spear, the beginning of the war, and things have changed substantially. Or so our cast believes, because they have essentially been in prison for the last 2.5 to 3 years. So where we pick up now is actually a prison transfer. The four of you are gagged, hooded. You're actually even floating off the ground. You can't really tell where you're going, how far you're going, if you're going up, if you're going down. You're not even really sure where, if you're together. Slowly, some of those senses come back to you, and you kind of, just you feel your feet touch down on the ground. And just real quick for fun, everyone roll a d20 for me and tell me what you got.
Oh my god. Already?
Oh no.
Oh no. 16.
I got a 2.
I got a 9.
11.
So as your feet are touching the ground, hooded, you can't see, you can barely hear. Taria, arms bound in front of her, so she can't, fight her way out, trips on something, and she goes down. She runs into Kavi and Kartik and Scarlet, and some of the guards go down. There's this clanging of this armor, and there's this giant pile, and they're grumbling and picking each other up, and they just throw you all apart. They rip off your hoods and shove you into two cells. You are across from each other in this prison. Taria and Kartik, you are in one cell. Scarlet and Kavi, you are in the other cell. So as you kind of come back to what you learn is now your new home, the third prison that you've been in over the last 3 years. Start with Taria. Remind us who you are and kind of tell us what you've been up to in prison this last 2.5 to 3 years.
Yeah, so Taria is a fighter, but she grew up thinking she was going to be a fighter, and then a long lost sibling kind of threw into chaos the order of who goes where in her family. So she ended up going to the monastery, and so she has excellent handwriting, but she's also really good at fighting, and she's very friendly. And what she's been doing over the course of the last 3 years has mostly been making friends with the guards and writing letters to her family, the same family that, everything got thrown into array with the long lost sibling. Yeah, yeah, she's actually not hating prison that much. It is about the same as life at the monastery. The food is a little better. People are, just as friendly. So she's having an all right time.
Taria is just the light of my life. I swear. She is just this ray of sunshine. And also, your real name, you are Sabrina. You are CEO and founder of StoryForge as well.
This
So,
is correct.
yes.
Yes.
Kartik, you are in the cell with Taria. CJ, tell us who you are, and then describe Kartik and what he's been up to.
So Kartik is little catfolk, and I think as he's being thrown into the cell and Taria has tripped over everybody, he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it, I'm so sorry." And he's like so scared and everything.
And one thing I should mention for Kartik, that keyboard that you've been so accustomed to for most of your life has been removed from your arm. That is just an empty
Yeah,
blank spot on you.
It's gone. No keyboard. No keyboard on my arm. So yeah, he's having a little bit of a rough time in prison. He's having a little bit of a run. Not as happy of a time as Taria is having for sure.
And your real name is CJ, and you are one of our full stack
Yes.
developers.
Yes, my name is that is correct.
All right. Now we're going to switch over to the other cell, and we're going to start with Kavi. Kavi, how has prison been treating you? And tell us a little bit about you.
Kavi is one of our, I believe they were called word wizards, were
Mhm.
they? Yep. She's known for going on crazy adventures to write her stories since she works based off of experience. Oh no, the dragon is and she's notable or known for her book, I'm Not Good with Titles, because she's really not great with naming anything, but somehow it gets skewed into something completely different that she didn't intend. But we'll go with it. When someone asks her about it, she's just like, I don't. Okay, yep, totally the message.
And then, like the others, your hands are also bound in front of you, but in a different kind of structure that prevents you from casting those spells, since you are that word wizard. It also prevents you from writing. And how's that been?
If she could bite her nails, she would. There's literally no way for her to express any sort of her creativity, and it's been driving her a little bit crazy. Sometimes she starts mumbling to Scarlet, wondering if she could even understand what she's saying. Or, you hear something like, I don't know, she says some really unhinged things sometimes when she's thinking.
Okay. And then you are Yasha. You are actually our quality analyst here at StoryForge as well. And then last but not least, Beatrice, our senior director of marketing. Tell us how Scarlet's been.
Oh, how bad it has been for me as Scarlet is directly proportional of how much Taria has enjoyed the thing. Tried to escape multiple times, almost every single day, completely beaten up because of all of those escape attempts. Used to have a lot of bodily modifications that would enhance me. A child that was just sold to the military and just trained to be like a war machine and then just tossed to the side. No more cool cyborg hand, no more cool cyborg feet. Like every single, my third eye is gone. I have a sad band-aid to replace it. And it's been rough. Definitely, prison broke something inside of my brain and just caused me to also reject everything that had been in the past. So I also shoved the quill quester aspect of myself and started asking Taria to teach me how to sword fight and to how to do more close like combat because I've been wanting to defend myself more and to escape prison and I hate it here. And also been asking Kavi to teach me magic and that's kind of like trying to find myself again and try to find like a place to where to put all this rage. Usually, a lot of like the things that I used to act before were like trying to be as nice as possible, knowing that I didn't fit into society or into a group or anything, and just try to support groups of adventurers. This whole experience was so traumatizing that it's like, fuck it, I'm just going to be complete chaos. I hate everything. I don't understand what's happening. If someone even touches my friends, I will not hesitate and put like a knife on their eyes. It's like very, very drastic difference in this past. It's been 3 years, I believe.
Mhm.
It's been a really long time, and it's just like a death of the person that I was and a rebirth of this entirely new, unhinged Scarlet, which maybe it's what Scarlet was always on the inside and was just trying to repress it because of like her upbringing and everything. And honestly, being with Kavi in the cell is probably the worst thing that could have happened for the guards because we're both very unhinged right now and very insane right now. Like Kavi's going crazy because of like not being able to express her creativity, and I'm going crazy with rage. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, you've had a bit of a time, lots of other parts. They did let you keep, kind of your unhinged jaw. 'Cause what's the point of fixing that? You got your fangs, the
I
snake
don't spit
tongue.
acid anymore, which is sad because now I just have like empty piping in my throat
I mean,
that doesn't do anything.
when you have to refill it yourself, there's only so much, there's only so much acid floating around in the prison. So
So sad.
as you're still coming to and adjusting from, having your senses muffled, Taria, you notice something in your hands. Your hands were bound, but they're still kind of free. And in them is a crumpled piece of paper.
My hood, I still have a hood over me,
Nope,
right? So
you
I can't
can
like.
see. You can see.
Oh, I
Your
can
hoods are
see.
gone. The guards have left. You're in the cell doors, which are basically just bars with like a lock. You can
How's the
see each other. You,
lighting?
you
Can I
know,
read it? Or is
it's
it super dark?
it's not, it's not like high noon, but you'd be able to read it if you'd like to read it.
Okay, well, I think I will do that. I'll
I
just
figured
walk
you
to the
would, but
side of the cell
I
and
never
just
know with
like.
Taria, so I wanted to ask.
Well, so when you said there was something in my hand, when Scarlet was talking about how Taria and she were working on sword fighting, my immediate thought was like, well, we wouldn't have swords, so what
You
would we
don't.
find in a cell? And then I thought, a little rat buddy, because that would make sense. And then I was thinking about doing like kind of a dance move with like a little Reginald the rat in my hand as I was demonstrating the sword fights. And I was imagining like Reginald the rat really enjoying the dance number type deal. And then when you told me there was something in my hand, my brain went, oh, how did he know? It's Reginald.
It's Reginald.
No, it was actually a crumpled piece
Not
of
Reg.
paper. But
I
now I
will
wish
read
it
the
had been
piece of
something.
paper.
So as you manage to kind of uncrumple the paper and look at it, it says your deaths are scheduled for 3 days hence. Be
Ooh,
prepared.
that's no good.
Be prepared.
Be prepared to
all
die
of
or
us?
to not die. I'm
That's all it
wondering.
says.
I should probably tell everyone. Hey, everyone. Looks
So
like
keep in
we're
mind
gonna die in.
So keep in mind you are in a prison. I
Well, I
assume
mean, how many people are around us?
you don't, you don't really know.
Okay.
Give me a
Hey,
proofreading check.
everyone. It looks like we're scheduled to die in 3
So
days.
you're in the cell with Kartik, and you can see across to Kavi and Scarlet. Other than that, you're uncertain at the moment. If you'd like to try to make a
Nice,
proofreading
nice.
check, you can
No,
see
no,
what
no.
else is out
I
there.
don't think I
Okay.
really don't think I would have thought that one through that much.
Okay.
So I do a stage whisper.
Be quiet. That was also a stage
I have
whisper.
to get out. I
That was
have
also
to
a
get out
stage
like that.
whisper.
Probably
Immediately.
kill someone who's already dead inside.
No! Well, I'm getting us out of here. And I start. Do I see like what type of lock? This is a new cell. So immediately I'll go in mode like maybe I can get out of this one. So like what type of lock does it have? Is it similar to the ones that I have attempted to escape? Is it different?
Well, I'll tell you what, is everyone going to try to break out? Or are you going to
No.
sit there? So
I'm going to
So,
try to break
I guess
out
everyone
in the
tell me
most
what your
extreme
reactions are
possible
and what you
way.
want to do. So Scarlet
Okay.
wants to try to break out. Taria, what do you want to do?
I want to see if there's any invisible ink on this mysterious note. So I was going to be holding it up to whatever light source we have and trying to see if there's anything extra.
Okay. Kavi, what are you gonna do?
Is there a rock nearby?
What?
Roll a d20 for me.
I'm so scared.
Me too. I'm just dying.
16.
A 16. There's not a rock. You have to examine the cells a little bit more. They do seem to have like a stone exterior. But what you see is like this little gray speck, and it grows and it grows and it grows, and no one else can see this, only Kavi. And suddenly there's this kind of like little blob cat that's just there, and it's just kind of bobbing back and forth and says, "Oh, hi. You know, things aren't exactly what they look like here. That's weird." And it just fades away.
Oh my god.
Scarlet, are you going crazy?
Me? What do you mean? What are you talking about? We have to get out of here.
Cat!
What? A what?
Cat!
What is that? What are you talking about? Oh my god, I check her temperature to see if she has like a fever or something.
You can.
What are you talking about? Oh shit, this is the prosthetic. Wait. Here.
There's Blob Cat.
What is a blob cat?
I don't know. It was just there.
Did the blob cat tell you how to escape?
You said things don't look like what it seems, but it looks like we're a prison, and now Taria's telling us we're gonna die.
It doesn't look what it seems. Look at the lock. Do you see anything special? Since you're seeing things anyway.
She's gonna look at the lock.
All right.
Since
So
you're seeing
real quick,
things anyway.
we're gonna have Taria. I don't want to skip over your request to see if there's any invisible ink. Roll a research check for me, just to see if you can find anything else in there.
Okay. Research is +1. I got 14.
Nothing really invisible. It looked like there was maybe a few more like crease marks where something was written over top of it, but you can't really make those out. So it looked like maybe this was definitely part of a larger pad of paper, but nothing super relevant. Kavi and Scarlet, why don't you both make a proofreading check for me?
Oh my god, I'm
And then
so
Kartik, you're
afraid.
still just catatonic in the corner.
No.
Cat-
Kartik.
Not 20!
Not one.
Oh no!
Not one! No! No!
I swear I got a nat 20.
Oh no, it's not even showing. Oh,
That's
stop.
okay. So
I do get a -1 to proofreading, so in theory it would be a 19, but it was still a nat 20.
okay. Real quick though, Kavi, roll me a d20 again.
I'm 15. What?
So you're starting to look around, and you know the walls are stone, and there wasn't this big stone there before, but now it's there, and it just kind of opens its eyes and has a nice little smile, and says, "You're doing great. Keep trying."
Oh
And then you
no.
blink, and then the stone is gone.
Scarlet, I see a stone.
We are surrounded by stone! Of course you see stone!
Oh my god, what the heck just happened?
I think Kavi just broke her microphone.
She broke!
Oh my god.
Yay.
So, and now that Scarlet is looking around, you're feeling your way around the cell, and it looks like stone. And it kind of feels like stone, and it looks very subterranean. Like, you know, it has that kind of like wet look to it. Dry as a bone. So it looks like you're underground, but you can't tell. It looks like it's designed to simulate kind of like that old-timey underground prison, you know. And then you get to the bars and you grab them, you think they're metal, and you're not sure what those are. They're not quite metal. And you're looking at the lock, and you know, it doesn't seem to be that complicated. It's not going to be it's not what you thought it is. Everything here looks like something, but isn't what it looks like.
Oh, our cell is cosplaying as a prison.
Does anything feel like it's not supposed to feel, or is it only the look Like for example, does the stone feel like very solid or is it like hollow?
It feels mostly solid. It has the right texture of stone, but it's not right. You don't know how to put it into words. That you're feeling a stone that just it's like someone described what a stone feels like, and that's what it is.
Have Kartik and I, like, have we heard all of this
Oh yes.
investigation happening,
You
or are we
have
just watching?
so the
Let's
real
not.
question is, has anyone else heard this investigation? Because there's kind of a lot of screaming going on.
No.
No one has heard it.
Oh, thank
Okay,
God.
so I'm going to also stage whisper to like everyone, so like Kavi like listens, but also Kartik and Taria, and I'm like, hey, do you remember the guy at the square 3 years ago when we arrived, and it was like a person, but not really a person,
The
and it was
smoke
like
glue guy.
the idea, yeah, the smoke glue guy. I think it's the same as this place that we're in. That is like it's not. It's off. It feels off. Touch it. It feels. And I grab the lock, and I don't know. I try to shake it or something. Try to put my hand off the bars and kind of like try to make it do something, just to kind of like see if it makes a sound or something. But just kind of like trying to convey that there's something that is very off of the place, like the place that we're in currently.
Okay.
I will tell you that
Taria's
that door
going
moves
to.
a little more than you expected. But Taria,
Whoa!
what are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, if Taria is being told to touch something because it feels off, she wants as much surface area as possible to do so. So she was gonna like starfish into the cell wall, see what she could feel.
I love Taria so much. Um, I think we want a. Actually, I will let you choose. Either a proofreading check or a research check.
Research check.
I say you don't have
Um,
advantage on that, do you? Or just a better
I
score?
do not. A
Okay.
research check is just a +1 though, as opposed to proofreading, which is a -1 for
Hmm.
me. So,
Okay.
research +1, I got 19, so then it's +1, which is 20.
Okay. So, a guard actually happens to just kind of walk by at this time and just sees you just plastered against the wall and briefly pauses and just keeps going. Um, you
Hey,
know,
Jeremy!
he definitely looks back because you just got here. He's like, how did she know my name? That's weird.
Heard someone else talking about
Yeah.
it.
Um, and as you're moving along, like you actually kick part of the wall and it falls away, and you find something under there, and
Starfish method for the win.
you pull it out there, and they look like they're carved, and you're not really sure what they are. The color doesn't really match the walls. They're kind of pale and white, but kind of carved in like points at the end. You find about 4 or 5 of them. You don't want to think too hard about it because they might be bone, but they look like they were maybe placed here for a reason.
I think I'll show Kartik.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Kartik has been the second that you said that we've been marked for death. He's been pacing around the cell, and he's just been like, "Oh, why? What did I do? I made them the license plates. I did the laundry. I cleaned the showers. I made the thing. I did all this." And he's just going back and forth. Just while everything's been happening, he's just been like walking back and forth, like just, oh my gosh. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
What do you think these are? And then I'll just drop them like in a pile next to him. Also, I will pat him on the shoulder after I do that and say, "You did a great job with the laundry, Kartik." I'm sure they love it.
Baby.
Why are we gonna die?
I don't know. Look at the things.
I see my dead bones.
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh no, he's broken.
You don't
Kartik-
even want to perceive that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do with that.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's amazing.
Kartik, give me a brainstorming check.
Oh boy. Okay.
I thought it was just brain check to see if it still works.
Brain check.
Oh, you've all almost gotten mental health checks already. It's fine.
It's a 14.
So the texture is off, the size is off, the color is off. But when you were in those previous prisons, doing things, you'd mostly been confined to yourself, but they found you to kind of be less of a threat. So you had some of the jobs that you were wandering around. You saw someone with something like these. At least you
Okay.
think. You think they might be lockpicks.
Okay.
And there are 4.
I saw somebody who had these, and they used them on the lockpick, and I told the guards, I told them that he had lockpicks.
Fucking snitch.
That's why.
Do I hear this?
What did the guard do after
Did
that?
I hear this?
I would think so, maybe.
Make
If
a
we heard your conversation
make a
earlier and I
well,
starfished.
Scarlet was a little louder. And then
That I believe.
actually tell you what, Scarlet, make a proofreading check.
Oh fuck, I have
Because
like one.
she
No, not one.
Nope, you had no idea. You have completely forgotten that Kartik was actually there for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm actually trying to look for the blob cat that Kavi was talking about, just being like, what is she, what?
Yeah, the blob cat and the rock.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they are potentially lockpicks and there's 4 of them, I'm just gonna try opening the prison door. I'll grab one. I'll just stick it in and hope.
Okay. Do you make sure there's no guards first?
I don't know that I do, actually. I mean, Sabrina would, but I do not think Taria would. And she's already sure knows Jeremyyy. Jeremyyy will talk up for her.
So I rolled a die, and if it was a 10 or higher, there's going to be a guard coming. I got a 2.
It's a 2!
Yay!
Go!
Blind luck for the win!
All right, give me
I love gambling.
Give me a quick rewrite check. See if you can use that. So you got to essentially reach through the bars to get to the lock.
Quick rewrite check. Okay, I
And
gotcha.
remember, your hands are technically bound together still. So all of you are still basically like
So my
this.
starfish didn't look like a starfish. That's so much worse. Oh man.
Oh my
God. I have
Worse,
a
but somehow better.
16. 16 for quick rewrite total.
So you're messing around, you're kind of working through, and you pause for a second and you mess it in. You're about to give up, you hear it creaking, that you're like, oh no, this thing's gonna break, and all of a sudden you're ka-choom, and you're pretty sure you've unlocked it.
Nice. I don't know what to do at this point. I did the thing. Shoot.
Maybe
Does
we should
Kartik
just leave
see?
it. Maybe we should just leave it. Maybe we just leave it. Just leave it unlocked.
Just leave it unlocked without.
That's it. No, don't gotta do anything. No.
I don't think that makes any sense at all.
Well, you know, maybe maybe we're pushing our luck. Maybe if we're
Okay,
nice,
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the rest of them, or I've got two more, right? No, I've got
Got three
three
more.
total.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay,
Yep.
I'll grab two of them, and then I'll just quickly open the door and go over, and I'll drop them into the other cell, and then I'll go back to our cell, and I'll kind of close the door again.
Okay, wait. CJ speaking. If you close the door, please, I swear to God, make sure that you do not close the latch.
I don't know.
Don't close the latch, please.
We do have one more, so if worst comes to worst.
Oh, we still have them. Oh my God, I forgot. We still have
We'll have
them.
yours. I don't know. Can you reuse them, or is it a one-time only thing?
You can use it
They didn't
again
break.
because it didn't break, but
Okay, didn't break.
the DC, if you use that same one again, was going to go up.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty, it makes sense.
So you solved one of essentially a pile of problems. Your door is unlocked. Scarlet and Kavi, your door is still locked, and all of your hands are still bound.
I
Oh.
would like to throw myself to where she put the lockpicks, like that, like very gremlin mode, kind of like very and then try to grab one and try to like lockpick our door.
Okay. Quick rewrite check.
Let's see. Oh my God, you're not going to believe this. I got another nat 20.
My
Oh,
gosh.
good.
I swear
you
to
were gonna say
God.
one.
So you stick it out there, and you just like it's even harder with yours because your hands are kind of like bound like this to prevent you from using the magic. And this lock just wasn't very well made. You just kind of fight and you go and you go.
Brute force it, baby. And it's actually at 21 in theory because I have a +1.
Yeah,
So
it just
Oh my God.
and they're like nothing. It just so 2 doors unlocked, 4 sets of hands still bound.
Yeah.
do I see anything around that is close to us that is not
What's-
another cell?
What's binding our hands?
So essentially like a steel manacle. So yours are bound like this. So you have access to your hands. You and Kartik are like this.
Oh.
So you
Oh.
still have access to your fingers. Scarlet and Kavi have less access to their fingers because that will help prevent them from using magic.
I have a very important
Oh.
question.
Go for it.
Have I been declawed?
No.
Okay. And so they're being held like their hands, they can't use their fingers, right? We have Taria and I just have rope or something like that.
No, they're steel.
Or it's steel. Okay.
Mhm.
Damn, I don't think my claws can do that. But I was gonna say that the Kartik was probably very nervously fidgeting with his claws on the thing, and if it was rope, it would have broken.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's steel, it's just basically he's just got metal shavings now at the bottom of his feet. Just where he's standing with his claws.
The guards at the prison you're at have been lazy, but they aren't completely stupid. They
Mhm.
didn't give you they after Scarlet spit the acid the first time, they didn't bother removing that because she can't
Do it
no.
again.
Okay.
we should probably use the lockpicks on the actual steel manacles.
Yeah, I didn't think about it either.
I don't know if we can do it with the wrist, but I could definitely like. Gosh,
I
is
can
it
tell you
still
that you
in the
cannot do
door
it on
thing?
yourself.
Yeah.
We can do it
cannot?
on
Oh, I can do it on
but we
someone
can
else.
do
Yeah,
it on
there's
each
no way you
other.
could like lock pick
The-
up.
I was
lock would be
imagining
here.
grabbing
Yeah,
it
it's
and like
pretty much like in the
taking
center.
it out and then like
Like-
putting it in my mouth and then just.
You are welcome to do
hands.
that, but if you
Lockpicking-
are trying to lockpick with your mouth, that DC is going to be much higher than if you had like someone else lockpick.
Cooperation makes
Yeah.
a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then I will try to unlock Kartik's manacles.
Okay. Another quick rewrite challenge.
Okay.
He's just gonna
Let's
close his
go.
eyes.
9.
You weren't paying attention. You picked up the one that you'd used before. Snaps in half.
No.
Oh. Okay, well, try again. And I'll grab Kartik's.
All right.
Well, I mean...
So you're gonna grab the other
What, you want
lockpick
me
and
to
try
just...
again?
Yeah.
Okay, roll again.
The 2. So
Oh,
that's
no.
+4 is the 6. It's a 6.
You think you're going, you think you got it, and all of a sudden, and it just breaks off.
Well, sorry, Kartik.
Wasn't meant to be. Wasn't meant to be. That's it.
All right,
Okay, well,
switch it. Let's switch over to the other side real quick. Scarlet and Kavi, what are you up to? So your door has been unlocked. You have 2 essentially unused lock picks. Both of your hands are essentially bound like this, so you cannot cast magic.
I
What
mean,
do you do?
I was able to lockpick the door with the way that my hands are bound. So I'll just grab the lockpick and be like, Kavi, come here. Like, come here. Now, come here. Come here.
She goes over and she's like, "Did you finally see Blobcat?"
What? No, give me your hands.
She gives her hands.
Okay, and I'm gonna try to lockpick Kavi's manacle things.
Okay, quick rewrite.
And if this goes wrong, we only have 1 lockpick, fellas.
And it's
both
all
doors are unlocked.
And it's quick rewrite, so it's a 9.
In your zeal and haste, you almost stab Kavi, trying to get it in, and then you just get it and it just snaps in half.
Fuck.
You have 1 left.
Okay, I don't want to be the person that destroys the last lockpick, so I want to see if there's anywhere that I can go. Wait a minute, before I do that. Taria, where did you find this? Because I wasn't paying
Well, I
attention.
starfished against the wall. Maybe you should try that too and see what happens.
How do you, what did you
Like this
do?
bonk goes against the wall.
Okay, I'll do the same thing. Bonk!
I will give you
Anything
the same.
happen?
I will give you the same choice I gave Taria. Roll either a research check or a proofreading check.
This is amazing.
Research.
This is
research. I'll
beyond
do
my
research.
wildest dreams of how this was going to go.
Oh my god, you know what I just realized? I have advantage in quick rewrite. Because it's green. Should I roll again or should I just let it just loose? Because I didn't realize. I can just let it be. You're
you know what?
God.
It's so little has happened since then. Re-roll it.
Okay. Yeah, it's 5. It's even worse. Never mind.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're back to
no.
okay. So
Research.
now you're rolling for either research or proofreading.
Let's go. Research. Oh my god, 3.
So
That's
you
it.
just
My luck has run
you're
out.
just face planting and just kind of like scraping across the wall, and you're like, I don't understand how this helps.
Got like the windshield sound effect. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if it sounded.
Think
You're
about that.
great.
So you got 1 left.
I don't want to risk it. Is there anything? Do we have like beds? Like
There's
a
essentially like a
bedroll?
pile of blankets in each corner for everyone to sleep in.
Can I check under the piles to see if there's anything that I find suspicious? Like something in the wall or something in the floor or something? I really, really, really don't want to mess up the last lockpick.
Okay. And you know what? Just to be fair, I will let you do it again, either a proofreading or a research check. Your choice.
I'll do research because
We'll give you a fresh one.
-1. Let's see. Please. Oh my god. Okay. Better. Dirty 20.
Was this which
Research.
one?
Wait.
It was research.
Oh, okay.
Hmm?
I was like, oh, I thought you had a -1. How did you get a
No.
dirty 20 and a -1?
Proofreading is -1. Research is +1.
So you're rooting through there, and you're moving stuff aside, and you're not really finding anything. It doesn't seem like anything's left there, and you're getting mad, and you're kind of like, and you taste something funny. Roll a d20 for me.
I taste something. What the fuck is happening? 9.
Okay.
Is it
tastes you-
onions?
It is not onions.
Okay.
It's something that's you recognize, and it takes you a minute because it's been a while. In fact, it's been about 3 years. Because what the guards didn't realize is that yes, you can refill your acid, but there's a two-way street, and somehow like your saliva was dripping down in there, and you have another acid. Your acid has refilled, but it's at 50% strength.
Oh my
Fill your
god.
own acid?
So at full
That's
strength,
disgusting.
the acid would probably have melted a dude's head off in a couple of seconds. This is probably strong enough to, it wouldn't dissolve metal, but it would probably weaken it substantially, and you might be able to break it with a good swing.
Good thing the
Melt
cell's
the
not
dude's
metal.
head off in like a
Okay.
lot of seconds. That's so much worse. Like a
Yep.
much longer death.
So, I realized that, and it's like, it's at 50%, but it like how many? I don't think we ever discussed how many charges I have of the acid.
You got one spit.
Okay, so I'm going to go run like to where the door, like our door is still closed, even though that it's like
Mm-hmm.
open, like
Yep. It's
just in
unlocked,
case
but
like
still
some guards
closed.
go. Call Kavi and like call them to kind of like to have us as close as we can so don't have to scream, and then just kind of like very paranoidly like look around because I feel like this potentially could be like a way for us to actually do something. Do I see anything before like I
So you don't have a great angle, but there does appear to be on either side of Kartik and Taria cell, there does appear to be 2 other cells over there.
Okay.
And honestly, not a lot of time has gone past, so no guards have come to check on you because
Okay.
you've just woken up, whatever. I keep rolling bad. That's really the reason why, but still. So it's as far as at a quick glance, it doesn't look like there's anyone in those cells. You don't hear anyone coming.
Okay, so I'm just going to like stage whisper again, but like a little bit lower. Because this is like more of a like a potential risk in my brain. So, and it's like a plan. So I'm gonna be like, I have a little bit of acid left that could be enough for taking care of one of our things. I say let's melt Daria's because she's the one that has most brute force.
I think we should just leave them on.
Shh,
What do you
shut
guys
up!
think? Okay.
Shut up! What do you guys think?
I agree
Okay.
with Kartik.
I'll hit things.
What?
With Kartik.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm
She's
kidding.
going insane too!
I'm
I-
Guys, we're
insane.
going to die! Whisper, we're going to die if we don't do something!
But if we're really nice, maybe they won't kill us.
No! No, because they're evil! They're bad! They're horrible! You've been nice the entire time! They kick you when you are on the floor! They make you do their dirty laundry! You don't have to do their dirty laundry! You offered that! They didn't even ask you to do it!
Yeah.
Tell
But
you-
I was
oh.
trying to be nice.
No,
Tell
they're
you what.
not gonna do it! They didn't let you out then! They're not gonna let you out now!
Yeah, Kartik, you should probably reevaluate your self-worth.
Wow. I was gonna have Scarlet do a fact check on Kartik, but now I want Kavi to do it. See if you can have him come correct or get corrected into joining your plot.
Oh, that's a 12. Yeah, that's a 12.
Yeah. Or no, Kartik, roll for me. Give me a
Okay. D20?
Yeah.
It's a 19.
You can choose to not be intimidated.
Ooh. No, I'll be intimidated. He's definitely intimidated.
Okay.
He's
Probably should
so
have been at
easily intimidated
disadvantage.
right now.
That was
Yeah.
savage enough. It should have been at disadvantage, probably.
Yeah, I'll do it again. It's a 12.
All right.
Okay, so is Scarlet spitting on me, or is something else happening?
I think I should spit on your hands because I think you can just hit something and break him, and then you can like help us get rid of ours.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll like, I guess I'll open my door and like walk over to their cell and then maybe go in their cell. So it's like only Kartik is in our cell and there are 3 people in this cell. That way if the guards pass by, they won't suspect anything. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Kavi, be the lookout. In
Is
case
this
there's any guards.
is
Why
this
don't
a
we
good
just have you
idea?
spit on all, like, why don't we just put our hands all together in like a one group and then you go,
The acid would need
It's
to
a very
land.
directed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The acid would need to land on the manacles. If she spit on all your hands, you would have no hands left.
Yeah.
Or everything would probably be at
Okay, I
disadvantage
see.
until you could heal.
Got
Like,
it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
My plan
so
is to do it like very, very close to the actual like metal.
I see, I see.
Okay, so Kavi, be the
Oh.
lookout, and then I go and I try to like grab Daria's hands, and I am like,
Kavi, give me a proofreading check. That you're on the lookout duty.
7.
It's all good.
Oh no!
I'm
Okay.
so afraid.
Oh my god, we're screwed,
I'm looking out for
guys.
Blobcat. That's what you
No.
wanted, right?
No, God.
All right. So Scarlet, do you spit?
Yeah, I spit on the very like literally this close, super close
Okay.
to the metal, and to the part that has the lock of the metal,
Mhm.
because that's what I think it's probably like the weakest.
So you hear it, and you see it kind of sinking in, and it's definitely corroding the manacles. Taria, if you would give me a handwriting check, please.
Okay. Let me roll. 9.
Really?
Yes, I rolled a 3 and I added 6.
It's still good enough. This was your moment to shine. I was hoping for something
thank
dramatic, but
Wouldn't it be so cool?
and it snaps in half. It took a little bit of work. You had to put a little effort into that, little sweat.
I'm imagining like trying, going, and then just.
Can
All right,
do it, Taria.
Taria's hands are like they just fall off. Like you can just kind of get the rest of the metal
My
off.
hands fall off.
No, the manacles fall off. You can kind of get the rest of it off. So you are completely free of your manacles at this point.
Amazing.
Nice. Are they still in good enough condition to make it look like they're still on? Or are they like heaps of corroded metal now?
You could certainly try.
Okay, next question.
It's not
Will
easy to
putting
do, but
on
it
the
could be
corroded acid-ridden metal, will that injure my hands? Or has it already, the acid has done its work?
It fades pretty quick. It was not super potent. So you could
All right,
definitely do
well,
it without injuring yourself.
I'm just gonna put that back on. Actually, no, wait. Next question. Do you think I would be able to lockpick the other stuff better now that my hands are free and not like bound?
I certainly think the DC would be a little bit lower.
Okay, I think, well,
Reminder, you
Scarlet.
have one lockpick left.
Yes, I know.
And just for reference, it took about 2.5 years for Scarlet's acid to recharge in that manner. So that was a one-time
Starfish
thing.
So you're telling me I shouldn't use the lockpick on Scarlet?
I think that's up to you.
Okay.
Here's, you know what? I'm actually not going to give you any advice.
Okay,
I don't
no
want to
advice.
metagame it. So you can try to pick any of you essentially have one shot, and if you succeed, you'll have another shot. But each time the DC will go up a little bit because the lockpick will have been used.
Okay. Okay.
So you have a chance to get all three of them free if you roll well enough.
Oh man, what do you guys think? Should I try to open one of your lock manacle thingies? I'm also still in the cell. Hang on, I'm just gonna grab the manacle. I'm gonna just take the corroded bits of metal on my wrist so it looks like I'm still bound, and then I'll just push my way out of the cell into the other cell. Close the
Wait,
door
but if
behind
you
me.
were going to unbound one of us, wouldn't you have to do this again?
Yeah,
I
I do it
say,
again.
as you are helping your way into the other cell for some reason.
Kavi is literally looking at Taria like she has like 3 heads right now. Like, did you see Blob Cat too?
Oh
I
my
haven't,
god, who
but
is
I'll keep
Blob
looking.
Cat? What is a
Obviously.
Blob Cat? What is it?
Mythical being.
Obviously, the thing that's causing us to die. I think I'm going crazy.
It's a
Really?
mythical being.
It's a
A
mythical. Oh my
mythical
god.
being.
They're both insane.
Are you saying I saw God?
Like,
What?
what would happen if we just left?
You are in
Uh,
a prison.
Just
We
Yeah.
would
There
need
are
to-
guards.
We
You
would
should-
need to fight the
you saw Jeremy wandering around. You know there
I
are
did
guards.
see Jeremy. Yeah, I
Okay,
did.
so I'll be like, remember the times that I tried to escape? It's not the first time that I've been able to
But
be
this is a
outside
new
of the
prison, though.
cell.
It says that's it. You've never been in this prison before.
You were
I-
able to almost kind of like break the wall, break a little bit of the wall, right?
Yeah.
Maybe there are other parts of this prison that are going to be as weak as that. Maybe
Oh.
that's what we need to do. We need to be smart.
Hit the wall a bunch to see if it breaks.
I don't
Starfish.
know if the wall, but
Starfish.
something else. Me starfishing didn't work, so it's not definitely every single time we do that thing.
Hit
Maybe your
Kartik's
technique
thing.
was
Kartik,
off.
are you meditating?
No.
What's going
No.
on with your face?
But this is my normal face. This is my very normal face.
You're saying you have
Well,
one expression always?
if you wanna, what?
What?
Don't do
What?
what?
I was gonna say, I heard Kavi and I was very confused. If you wanna unbound someone, Kavi is going crazy, but she can do magic.
But you can do magic too. Kavi was just teaching you.
A little bit. I can heal I just learned to heal a
Right,
little.
okay.
I only know
I'm
the
gonna
theory.
look
I have
for a
never tried
guard.
it.
I'm gonna look for a guard, and then I'm gonna cross, and I'm gonna try and use the lockpick on
Oh,
Kavi.
I thought you meant you were actually like you were gonna go look for one. I just
Oh,
like I got like so
Jeremy!
yeah, I got so like so
Jeremy!
confused. Like, wait, what?
All right.
No, I'm gonna do a lookout.
Is anyone keeping a lookout while you do this?
I was gonna keep a look. I was gonna look.
I definitely
Okay,
am
so
keeping
you're
a
actually-
lookout.
All right. So
I'm actually checking this time.
all right. So
proofreading.
both Kartik and Taria roll a proofreading check.
Eight.
Yeah, he's intimidated. He's a 10. Oh wait, what do we have for proofreading? It's a 10.
The coast is clear.
You wait a moment,
Coast is clear.
and you do hear a noise. As you pause, you hear, and it sounds like someone maybe like that when you like try to go down the stairs and they kind of miss a step and you like fall a little bit. Sounds like someone did that. Like you can't really tell like which side of the jail it was coming from, but there was definitely someone out there.
Oh my god, it's Jeremy. We're dead. Oh my god. Oh,
Relatable
no.
as
If it's
well.
Jeremy, we're not dead. He seems like a really nice person from the 2 seconds I've known him.
That sounds like people are tripping and stuff. This place is broken.
But
Like this place is not. Things are weird. It's weird.
so as far as you can tell, there's no one out there.
Have you all
All right, well,
considered
I'll
this?
just go to the other cell. Again.
I was going to say, have you considered hitting the handcuff things? If things aren't what they
Smack him on the
seem,
floor. Yeah, that's a good idea.
smack them
actually.
on the floor, or have Taria smack.
We haven't tried that.
No, we have not.
I mean, we did that only with the acid. Maybe the acid wasn't needed, and I wasted 2 years of acid regrowth in my stomach,
That's
Just like your
depressing.
neck, but still.
neck. It's pure. I imagine like just pure bile.
It's pretty gross.
God, oh my
Disgusting.
God. I don't
It
like
probably
this.
smells bad too. It smells like burned, not burnt flesh, like burnt
No.
hair.
No.
Tell you what, give me a peer review check. Scarlet.
Cool. Oh.
Imagine
Not
if
good.
it smells like.
Where's my peer review? Even worse. 7.
It smells pretty bad. Vaguely of onions. So
Taria, if you're gonna go out there, can you see if there's anything to eat?
I will. Okay.
No, but also, if you, I think I've never tried this, but if you find anything that's a liquid that I can recharge, refill my acid, like I'm thinking like ink, even if it's just like if it doesn't do any damage, but I can refill it and I can like spit ink in someone's face, it can also be
That would be super
refreshing.
cool.
That is really cool.
I feel like
Squid?
Kartik is crying a lot. You might try with the tears.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's crying. He's freaking out.
Okay, so I have a question. I have a question because I didn't think it through. I am imagining that the way that I refill the acid is like through me like swallowing through the tube, correct? Like through my mouth. Can I can I try to drink Kartik's tears?
I don't think that would provide enough liquid to generate anything of substance.
I don't think I had any real
Trauma
work
You
on
know
that.
what?
I just think it's funny.
You know what? I will let you try. Good Lord, what would this
I will
even be?
go and lick his face.
No.
Give me a,
God.
I don't know, mental health check. That feels appropriate.
It's gonna be low.
I have a -2 in mental health.
Feels
Oh,
appropriate
boy.
right now.
I got an odd one.
Wow.
So you're licking him and you're like, oh, you're thinking about how this is gonna
Oh my god.
recharge your acid. You accidentally like start licking the inside of his ear and it's super gross.
No.
Ew!
No.
Ew!
He just starts crying. He's like crying
Oh
more
yeah,
now.
because I have like a long bifid tongue.
No! Don't describe your tongue. No.
Oh.
Oh God.
I'm gonna cross over and I'm trying to unlock Kavi's thing.
Disgusting. How long has it been since you cleaned your ears, dude?
I clean them.
You don't clean your
Yes,
ears.
I do.
Taria, I'm starting to believe that we're the only smart ones in this prison.
You've been looking at a blob cat half
Yeah,
the
what do
time.
you mean?
Everyone make an eraser check for me.
Oh God.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
We're dead. We're so dead.
It's a
What's a
10.
4
Oh,
again?
wait.
11.
17.
Oh, mine's a erasure check. You said
Yeah.
Yeah.
14. Okay.
So I heard an 11, a 14, a 17, and what was the last one?
A 4.
Bruh.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Inexplicably, no one heard that. That 17 saved you by that much.
Amazing.
So right now, okay, just to get like it in my head, right now Taria and Kavi are in one cell, Scarlet and Kartik are in the other cell. Scarlet was screaming
They're
because
swapped
Kartik
cells.
needs to clean his ears.
They're clean. My ears are clean.
And Taria is grabbing the
So I
last
believe
lockpick.
actually at the moment, Kavi is in the cell by herself.
Okay.
Scarlet is over in Taria and Kartik's cell trying to clean her tongue after licking Kartik's
Okay.
ears.
Okay. So you came
Okay.
over here.
So-
Okay. Got it.
In character, I will take a minute to sit in a corner and try to clean my tongue, and in the meantime, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, Taria is gonna go and try and unlock Kavi's. I think I'm just gonna use the lockpick.
Okay, I was gonna say because so you're using lockpick.
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't know I could use my hands. I kind of thought that would just be like a.
Well, you guys were talking about like smashing them, so I wasn't sure if you had come up with something else.
Yeah. That would make a lot of noise, though.
It would.
I'm gonna ask. So you said that the whole that basically we're in underground, but it's very dry, so it's not actually underground.
Maybe.
Do we have one of those windows that's like?
No
okay,
windows.
there's no windows. Okay.
Nope, solid walls.
Okay, solid walls. I was wondering if
Are there like torches around that?
Sconce.
You don't know where the light is coming from.
Oh,
It's just weirdly kind of
okay.
light in there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nifty.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Nifty.
I'll just take Kavi. Do you want me to try and smash your things, or do you want me to lockpick your things?
Whatever you feel most confident with, because I don't feel confident at all.
Okay, I'm
Did
gonna
I
try
tell you?
lockpicking it, and if it doesn't work, then we're gonna smash Kavi's hands against the ground.
Okay. Quick rewrite check.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We could even try to use the rock we've seen earlier.
Oh
You
my
were the only one
God.
that saw the rock!
What do you
No,
mean?
there was a rock in Taria's cell.
23.
Oh, I thought it was the rock.
No,
the
remember
weird
she
rock
knocked
that
away the
Kavi said.
piece of the wall to find
Oh, she
Oh,
the
went
boat.
off for a
yeah,
piece
that
of the
one.
wall.
Okay.
So there wasn't
Yeah.
actually a real rock. It was not the rock that Kavi saw. But with that
Okay.
23, you felt that surge of confidence after you picked the lock on your cell, and you just kind of stick it in, and Kavi's manacles fall off.
Let's go.
Taria, you're your goddess. Or god,
Yay.
however you prefer.
I'm just a human. Okay, I'm going back over to
Your
the cell that
Majesty.
I'm going
Your
back over to
Majesty.
the other cell. I guess. How many times have we crossed between these things?
Definitely
I don't know,
a few
but I'm gonna
times
go
at this
back and
point.
count.
Okay, I'm back over to the. Wait, Kavi, do you have any interesting spells we could use now that your hands are free?
Question, can I use spells?
You
Now that your
can.
hands are free.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those gauntlets were preventing you from using them.
I have textual criticism. That is
You're gonna have to tell me what that does because it doesn't sound very helpful off of.
I do 1d8 damage for every level I cast at reading damage.
I honestly I thought you were just gonna find somebody's prison poem and just start trashing it so hard. It's just
Can I?
grammar mistake,
Wait.
spelling mistake. This theme doesn't even match with the previous sentences.
Tense differences, like what? Why does it
Like what?
Oh no, that would actually be really bad. Did Kartik write anything? Can I do that to him?
Are we just bullying Kartik?
Guys,
Kartik doesn't need any more bullying.
That is true.
It'll help him. Character development. I'm sorry, Kartik.
I disagree. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the cell where Scarlet's wiping her tongue off, and I'm gonna try the lockpick again.
Okay. Quick rewrite.
$16.
This one took you a little bit longer, but those manacles pop right off.
Okay.
From
Before I try
Scarlet.
to Scarlet, Kartik, do you want the manacles off? Do you want them off or not? Because I can
do you think I should have them on? I'm scared.
I don't think you should have them on, but I want to respect your wishes.
Okay, you can take them off.
Okay, I'll do my best. Okay, I'm gonna try Kartik's.
All right. One more quick rewrite.
16.
They were a little more difficult because he kept shaking because he's crying, but they pop off too.
Yes.
I love what I've
Okay.
done here.
So you now stand, all four of you. Well, I guess Kavi may or may not have joined you in this cell. Just basically kind of drab prison outfits, hands free, a single lockpick at your disposal. What would you like to do?
Leave.
We need
Okay.
weapons.
So you-
How big is the rock, the actual rock that exists? Is it big enough for us
The
to
one
use
that
as a
came off the
weapon?
wall in myself.
It
Yeah.
was a big enough that like it was probably about yay big. Like it'd be very hard to
Oh, that's so
wield.
much bigger than I thought.
Yeah,
It'd be
but, like,
hard to
maybe-
wield as a weapon. Like you couldn't really use it as a club, but if you, I mean, you could definitely hit a dude with it.
Well, Taria is definitely the strongest one of us, so I'm gonna be like, do you want to just hold this just in case we need to like hit someone's head with it? And I just
Yeah,
start
yeah, yeah.
like very aggressively making the motion of
I'll
hitting
just hold it.
someone's
It'll be
head.
like a comfort rock, you know.
I would just picture
Holding
Tari
it,
just
like-
kind of petting the rock.
Yeah, I got it.
Is it
Wait,
cursed
I have a question. Is
Yeah.
Reginald canon? Did we
Reginald
make
was
Reginald
not
canon?
I
Because
think
I-
Reginald's now a rock.
I wanted to imagine just a little mouse just kind of like going back and forth in the rock now that Taria is holding it. Like, oh,
There's
I
a
have
Reginald
a
in
All
little
right,
every prison.
we see a mouse go across the rock real quick.
Yay!
Yay!
No!
Let's go.
All right, so hands unlocked, doors unlocked.
The mouse is pink.
What now?
Let's. Have we listened? Have we heard anything from the other cells?
You
I know
haven't,
we
but you
haven't
haven't
seen
really
the guards.
been looking for it.
I don't trust anyone. Hmm.
Sorry.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think.
Sorry. I'm so... Scarlet says I don't trust anyone, and Kavi says sorry. What happened?
Just because I was like, why? You don't trust anyone. And then I'm assuming like Kavi is just gonna whisper, I'm sorry, just in case anyone is out there.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought it was a direct
Yeah,
relation.
me
like,
too. I was like, it
Scarlet
wasn't
doesn't trust
directed to
anyone
you.
since the
Since
I
the
don't know.
incident.
Incident.
Character
Well, we have
development.
the war, so now we have the incident.
The incident.
Oh no.
Okay, well, if Scarlet doesn't have any grand plans, Taria is probably
What
just
if
gonna
we
grab the rock
make-
and walk out.
What if we try to use some of the other prisoners as bait, and we
No.
incite them? But okay, but hear me out though. We incite them to like make a fuss. We tell them like, oh my god, you can get out. You can get out too. You just need to hit all the walls and everything very, very, very hard. So that way all the guards are distracted to people like hitting walls and screaming and stuff, and then we just run very, very quickly to the opposite end. No? Because we're out, we can show people they can get out, and then they'll get upset, so they're going to make a lot of noise.
We
So
could
that's
also
going
just
to
go
attract
by
the guards.
one by one and try and free all the other prisoners. I do have a giant rock I could use
Why
to
would
like
it free all
crash
the
it
other
in-
prisoners?
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you? It's the right thing to do.
No,
I
because
think
maybe they have reasons to be here. We know we don't
I'm
have a
gonna
reason
go
to
looking
be
for the
here.
other prisoners and see who else is in here with us.
All right, so you walk out in there, and for the first time, you're actually looking at something other than your cell and you know your compatriot cell. The floor is not as big as you thought it was. There are only 6 cells on this floor. And as you go to each of them, they're empty. There's no one else on
Oh.
this floor.
Okay.
At either end, though, is a staircase. One goes up, one goes down. And other than that, there's just, you know, there's maybe some scraps in some of the cells, but it's just you guys.
Keep them guessing. Let's go down.
I was gonna say
Okay.
down is probably a good choice because of the whole enigmatic thing Kavi said of things not being what they look like.
Okay.
That the weird cat cat globe. What was it? A globe? Bob?
Blobcat.
Bobcat? No, but like
Bobcat?
Scarlet in character
Oh, okay.
asking Kavi like Bob the cat? Log? What was it?
I know
Blob?
Blobcat.
She's a
Blob?
mythical being.
Yes,
Blob.
Blo-
Why is it a mythical being, Kartik?
Bob the cat. Urban legend. Absolutely amazing.
Kartik,
Bob the cat, the
it's
blob cat.
What's a blob cat?
I
I
don't
was
know.
trying to tell you. It's just like this thing. It looked like a rock, and then it squiggled. It
Oh,
Wiggled?
oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Okay, well,
Kavi?
Taria with the rock is just going down.
Kavi, you're
I'm
getting a little
gonna follow
overwhelmed at the
Taria.
moment. Will you please roll me a d20?
Oh no.
18.
18. So as everyone's just kind of dismissing you, you see it again. That gray tile. And the blobcat is back.
Oh my god.
And it looks around. Oh, you got out. You can go up. You can go down. One has cool stuff. The other one doesn't.
Please tell me you can see it.
The wall?
It's like right
The
there.
staircase?
What? See, what?
We're going down.
We're going
Yeah.
Well, it told
Let's
me
go
that
down.
it told me one has cool stuff and the other one doesn't. So like maybe there's
That
cool
is
stuff.
100% unhelpful.
Thank you. Thank you, because I'm watching a thing squiggle.
Squinkle?
Squiggle.
Cats can't do that.
Here, hold Reginald.
He's so cute. I love him.
You can have Taria has emotional support Rock, you can have emotional support Brad.
Kavi is just holding it like this. Like,
But like it's very tiny, so I'm guessing
yeah.
this is just like
yeah.
okay, let's go
Nice.
down.
All right, who is leading the way?
With her rock.
Okay.
I'll
Are
be behind you.
I'm
Are you-
going to be in the end. Like
Okay.
behind all of us, everyone.
Yeah, so what is our marching order? So
Taria,
Taria first,
Me.
followed
Yeah.
by who?
Me.
followed by Kartik.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Followed
me.
by Kavi.
And then Scarlet.
Scarlet, are you doing anything particular in the back, or you just wanted to be back there?
I want to make sure that I pay attention in case someone's following us.
Ah.
Like I want to keep a lookout on the rear end of the.
All right. And then how are you proceeding? With caution, with caution thrown to the wind? Tell me how you want to move.
Taria is just kind of walking down the same way you would go down to like a basement cellar because you forgot like your art supplies down there or something. You just dum dum bum bum bum.
Oh.
Not like going or anything like that, but definitely not a ton of concern.
Like the other way, like very paranoid to the point of like delusion of like looking everywhere and being like, I have to be ready, like shit like that.
All right.
You want my emotional support rock?
No, you need that to attack people and kill them.
Okay.
All right. I would like both Taria and Scarlet to give me a proofreading check.
Oh no.
Okay.
You want Taria to
Scarlet,
kill people?
Scarlet, let's do yours first.
Six.
What'd you get?
6.
All good.
No.
Nat 1. And for
Oh.
Freddy, it's -1, so I guess it's a 0.
Oh my god.
Taria is
We're
just
gonna die.
so, in the moment that, she just kind of walks down the stairs and walks out onto the next floor. And she is so lucky. Because there are guards on this floor and they rolled a 2, so they, for whatever reason, didn't notice her. If she had her normal armor on, they probably would have been noticed.
Click, clack, 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 clack. Part 2.
But you see there are 2 guards on this floor, and at the moment they don't notice you.
We'll just go backwards up the stairs then.
Okay. So back up to the floor you were on?
Yup. Unless
we
Jeremy's
wanna-
one of them, because I feel like I got a good feeling about him.
You have no idea who any of them were.
Oh,
Do we wanna try to go upstairs then and see what's there?
yes.
And are we pushing our luck if we go back up?
No, like,
Yes,
we can go.
we're pushing our luck the
Let's
whole
just
time.
go
We
back
can
up.
go
Let's go
where
back up.
we
Mhm.
were, and then we go to the other through the other set of stairs. If Kavi's weird hallucinations are true, it means that in one of them there's something cool. Maybe something cool just means no guards.
Maybe it means we can get our stuff back.
I
That
would
would
like-
be cool too.
I
That
think
would
we
be
should
cool.
go back to our
Stuff.
cell.
This clothing is very uncomfortable.
Kartik, with respect, no.
All right, so you go
You're
back up
welcome
to
to go
the
back to your cell if you wish, Kartik, but we're gonna continue on.
We are not leaving you here, Kartik. You're coming with us. We're gonna save you.
This
And
is
I say
terrifying.
it very aggressively.
Oh no.
We're on like
okay.
a stairwell that echoes,
Oh, I thought we were already.
Oh, are we
Oh.
going
Yeah, I
up?
thought you were back on your starting floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so
Oh,
now you're
okay.
going up a floor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's leading the way?
I think the same
Tar-
march in order.
Taria again, I would think.
Okay. Did your previous encounter change anything, or are you still just kind of stomping away?
I'm not stomping, I'm just stepping. But I'm not tiptoeing, you
Okay.
know?
Roll a d20 for me.
Okie doke. 8.
So as you get to the top of the stairs, it's essentially the same layout as the floor below. There's the 6, you can see the 6 cells. Everyone kind of comes up, and what you didn't see was the guard standing there in between the
Oh.
2 middle cells.
Is it Jeremy?
It's not.
No.
Ah, I know Jeremy.
You
Do you know Jeremy? I was just
You
asking
are
her.
approaching the guards.
Yes.
The guard rolled
Yeah.
a nat 20 on his perception.
Wow.
We're looking for Jeremy. Have you seen him?
No.
Taria.
But you're going to need to roll initiative.
No.
Damn it.
However, we're going to pick up there next time.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
counting on that name drop to
wow.
save us from a combat situation.
That's I think you're hoping for it, and I don't know
I'm
if it's gonna
hoping
come.
for it.
I don't know if it's gonna
We
come.
don't need to fight. I've had so many friends in the prison cards before.
I've made so many friends, and still we got a message that we're gonna die.
All right. So
Guess
appreciate
it wasn't
everyone.
worth it.
Appreciate everyone who has been watching. We will be back soon with the next installment. And until then, we'll see you at the Forge.